Hey, what's up, everybody? Moustache Trading here again, and today I'm mainly here to kind of cover the CRON analysis, just so everybody has an update on it, because it's one of the few positions we still have open. But I will kind of hover over the other plays that were closed today, just to give everyone just a further review of it. But the main point of this is for CRON. But as you can see, I'm on the weekly time frame. This is not a daily time frame play. It is off of the daily time frame. I was playing off of this break here. On the daily time frame, and then I think the 50% was about right there. So I really liked that candle, held that, pushed above, closed over, and that the fact that this candle's trying to be red, but also close over the 50% of this candle. So besides all of that, this is what I'm watching. So I like that it's in a downtrend, on this at least. And remember, technically the primary trend is an uptrend right now. Okay, so this trend coming down towards it is a secondary trend. So what I'm seeing right here is a downtrend break off of a falling wedge. We got our pump. Okay, now I'm kind of looking above this again for a push. Whoops, looking above this for another push up. So what else I'm going to do is also mark the outside of that, as well as the open to close of that, and then I'm going to mark the 50%. Oh, keep doing that. Then I'm going to mark the 50% because that is the control point. You guys have always heard me say this in tons of the videos. Of course, we look at these, we mark them orange because they mean a little more important than just the rest of the levels. But what this is, the control point is a sign of bullish or bearish control. So this is kind of like the halfway mark. So if we were to go under this, we have very high probability of testing that lower mark. So of course, we don't want to be in the position anymore. But of course, if we get this pump over 901, we will be looking for bigger gains in our contract. But that's why we have that time. But I just want to kind of break that down on what we're watching on that. So it does have some good bullish momentum off of this. So I do think we will get a pump any day now, really. So we will also have to look how the weekly candle closes. So just look out for that too. That's what you'll see me be looking out for. But I just kind of wanted to break that down because we did have a bunch of patterns in the daily that you saw me cover. We had this bullish harami out of a falling wedge, and now you're seeing me kind of mark this kind of how I would a 3-bar play or any open range breakout. But I hope that was helpful. But let's look through ROKU and American Airlines real quick. Both profitable trades so far. ROKU ended up giving us just a good enough pump on the daily to give us that good take profit. It does still look good to hold if you're holding farther out expirations, as long as it holds over 337s. But for the profit take, we end up taking profits at about 35%, about $130 a contract on the exact alert called out. If you're able to grab other contracts with worse or with the same expiration or better expirations with different strikes, of course that was still fine to do. So good on you. But as you can see, what can you do, going into the day? We were able to sell, me and my friends, that we were able to sell within the first 20 minutes of the day because it just didn't look too strong. It didn't end up breaking above the pre-market high just yet. And if it did end up breaking above it, enter for a day trade. It doesn't just go away because you took profits. But we wanted to at least secure the little bit of profits that we had, and I'm glad we did for now. But let's also check out AAL, and then I will move on. Oh, and then Sun W, so we can also check about that. So here on American Airlines, puts were called out, and as you can see, it is trying to hold. But as you can see, did a very good job calling this out for the first target call out, because as you can see, it didn't totally break out to where you should cut losses, but it also didn't drop any to where you could take profits. So you kind of just had to wait at open type deal. But what have I covered across many videos? Mark your pre-market high, mark your pre-market low, mark your previous day high, mark your previous day low, have those levels marked from the call out, have everything going. But then also, when this opens, don't just emotionally sell. On ROKU is a different thing. We had calls looking for it to go up. The market didn't look too crazy good, so we were just ready to get out. American Airlines, with the market looking ready to drop a little more, it was still looking good to hold, with BA also dropping, so that would look good for airlines to drop. As you can see, fell through, hit the first target, and then the alert was called out to take profits at about 13%, 13.33%. The entries were about 89 to 90 bucks. The take profits were about 102. Of course, if you held, you'd be back into break-even range. But again, totally good if you took profits on the first target. That's how you should treat a lot of these signals if you're new to swing trading too. Is at first you should take profits to the first target, no matter what. For months, maybe even a year, maybe even go longer than that, with these alerts. But staircase it. It really is a staircase method. So at first, yeah, it'll only be, a couple gains here and there, and then a couple losses here and there. But over time, you'll be you'll be selling to that first target every single time. So you'll be not only working on, your gains and losses, but you'll also be working on the most important part of this, the actual psychology of trading. Okay, because you'll be building your confidence. You'll be learning the price action behind how can I hold longer, and by going through these methods that we help you with each week, you will definitely be able to do so. So please go through these videos. Please go through the methods that we utilize to help us not just enter and exit, but also how to hold. How to know the difference between holding and exiting, and when to get out, when to stay in, good stuff like that. So I do hope you enjoy these videos, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you guys for checking out this review. And if you guys need a review or anything, let us know in the comment section below. But leave a like on the video. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.